What's up, Cringeverse? It's Sal, aka the artist formerly known as Cringe Miku, and I am really excited because today we are going to be continuing to read that crazy convoluted fanfiction I've been reading. So for starters, let's go ahead and get the disclaimer out of the way. This fanfiction does contain just so many elements of an unhealthy and toxic and abusive relationship. So if you are not comfortable with reading or listening to something with those topics, then I suggest you click off now. It is evident that at some point in time, the main love interest, Taehyung from BTS, groomed the main character. Fortunately, they are 29 and 24 now, but when they started dating, they were 19 and 14, and that is really creepy. So it just kind of has like a weird undertone for the whole thing. So if you're not comfortable with that, which, I mean, no one should be comfortable with that, but if you're like really not comfortable with that, then just click off now. You were warned. Fortunately though, this episode, I went ahead and pre-read everything. These next two chapters are very entertaining, to say the least, and they involve no abuse or shitty behavior. So there's gonna be nothing graphic, just be aware that those undertones are kind of going throughout the whole story. Anyways, I think some of you might want a summary of everything we've read so far because it has been a tumultuous journey. So basically, Miku and Taehyung started dating when they were 14 and 19 respectively, and they broke up right before they got married when Miku was 19 and Taehyung was 24. And Taehyung married Sia instead, who was his mom's friend's daughter, because Taehyung's mom forced Miku to break up with him to help Taehyung's career. So anyways, that's kind of the backstory. And so Miku and Taehyung got married recently. Miku is now 24, Taehyung is now 29. And because Taehyung needed someone to help him take care of his daughter, Gio. They're married, it's awkward, it's kind of abusive, it's really shitty. And today, Miku is going to be helping her friend Myra get married to her boyfriend Kai because apparently somebody's family's in the mob. I'm pretty sure Myra's family is the mob. I don't know all the details, but that is what's happening today. So, very exciting stuff. We got the backstory, we got the content warning. Let's just jump right into it. Miku POV. I reached Myra's house and saw that the decorations are good on. I entered inside and then just Mr. Choi, Myra's dad, saw me and come to me. Miku, dear, how are you? He asked. Remember, they're British. That's just what I decided. It's not part of the story. I just decided they had British accents. He asked as Miku smiled at him and said, I'm fine, uncle, and what about your health? She asked. It's good, he said. Where are Auntie and Myra? Miku said. She went out for wedding things and Myra's in her room. Go and meet her. And yeah, you have to go for after wedding, understand? He said. Yes, uncle. Okay, I go and meet her, I said. Something tells me that the person who wrote this has never been to a wedding before because all these weddings are really strange. Like, why are we at Myra's house for the wedding, you know? And then he's like, okay, you have to leave right after though. Like, okay, it's weird. Although I guess he might be a mobster, so fair enough. I said and went upstairs and then went to her room. I knocked on the door and she opened it and a smile crept on her faces. She hugged me tightly as I hugged back and then we broke hug and she said, come inside, Miku. She said in excitement and then I stepped inside and closed the door. Myra, look, I came for help you, but you sure that there will be no difficulties for my family? I asked in worries. I'm your BFF. You can't even do a little for your bestie, she said while pouting and crossing her arms around her waist. Okay, now don't be bad, I said and she smiled. Okay, now it's already 4 p.m. and the groom is coming on 8 p.m., she said. Okay, do you guys know where you're both gonna stay, I asked. Yes, we'll stay in Star J Hotel and then we'll move tomorrow morning in USA, she said. Okay, suddenly I got cut off when we heard a knock at the door. Myra went to check. She opened the door and found her mom, Mrs. Choi. I smiled to her and greeted her quickly. Hello, Auntie, I said. Hello, Miku, she said, smiling back. When you came, she asked. Just now, I said. And how is your family? She asked. They're doing good, I said. Man, it's just said. It's, you know, you can use other words for someone saying something. You know, you can use queried and declared. Like, there's hundreds of words that can mean said, and they help with expressing the emotions of the scene. I decided we're gonna criticize the writing a little more this chapter. And how is your family? She asked. They're doing good, I said. Oh, well, I listened that you got married to a man whose father and his wife died, she said while in mockingly. Oh, wait, I gotta read that again, but mockingly this time. Okay. Oh, well, I listened that you got married a man whose father and his wife died, She said well and mockingly. Was that good? Was that mocking enough? Okay. Yeah, and he really take care of me, and my daughter is also cute, I said, smiling. Miss Choi faked a smile and then said, okay, you two do chit-chat, I'm going, she said and left. I love how all the moms in this story are just so bitchy. Like, Mrs. Kim was the reason, that's Taeyoung's mom, she was the reason that they broke up in the first place. And now Mrs. Choi is just like, I heard you married a man whose wife died, what a loser. Like, okay, girl, chill. Then Myra closed the door and said, okay, now go and get ready, and then I will get ready, I said, and she nodded. She went inside the bathroom while I called Tai. Miku, hello. Tai, yes, Miku? I have to talk with Gio. She's with mom and dad. Why? I need to go to a friend's wedding, and that's why I left her with mom. And dad. Oh, okay, I'll call mom, bye. Okay, bye. End. Then I hung up the call and called Mrs. Kim. Mrs. Kim. Hello, Miku. Miku, hello, mom, how are you? Fine. Rolls her eyes. Oh, and dad? He's also good. Can you give the phone to Gio? Okay, wait. Gio, come, mom called you. Mama! Oh, baby. Mama, I miss you. Me too, baby, but don't worry. Mama will bring plenty of chocolates for her baby. Yay, love you, Mama. Love you too, baby. Mrs. Kim's back. She says, now go and play, Gio. Miku, shouldn't you be with your family, but you're enjoying with your friends? Miku, sorry to say, mom, but I don't think your son needs me and your family. Oh, yes. You tell him, Miku. You tell her. And congratulations, because you succeed in your plan. What? I mean, I guess. Okay, whatever. Mrs. Kim, don't forget, Miku, you're the one who left him. And you're the one who made me left him. I can tell him the truth that you kidnapped my appa and tell me to leave him. Miku, no, that is not what happened. Like, look, I'll admit that you were manipulated and that Mrs. Kim is crazy. Okay, I will give you that any day of the week. But I do not remember there being any part about her appa being kidnapped. I just remember they were there to get engaged, and then Mrs. Kim took Miku upstairs and was like, hey, you can't do this. There was nothing about kidnapping of the appa, okay? Miku, I know you're traumatized, but you can't just make up details and accuse this lady of something she didn't do, alright? Perfect. Thank to God, Mrs. Kim, that my appa and Tai dad, and Tai, 3 of them, didn't know about your plan. Okay, I'm cutting the call. The end. Okay. Mrs. Kim POV. How dare she? She needed to take some lessons from me. I surely make her my puppet like Psy. Well, it's good that she died or I killed her? Who did you kill? Is Psy supposed to be Sia? Did Mrs. Kim kill Sia? Wait, okay, see, if that's the case, then I'm more inclined to believe that she also kidnapped Miku's appa, but okay, let's just, I can't believe that right now. Well, what can I do? She is going to tell him the truth about why Miku left him, so I killed her, and now I let Miku come to Thai life just to make her suffer. Oh my god, Mrs. Kim, Sia is dead. You don't need to like get revenge on her anymore. You already killed her. And now, okay, this is ridiculous. For those of you that don't remember, Mrs. Kim is like kind of the schemer who's orchestrating this whole thing. Like she basically got Miku and Taeyoung to break up so she could swoop in with Sia and have Sia marry Taeyoung instead. And then we find out that she killed Sia. That doesn't really make much sense to me, but okay. Anyways, going back to Miku's POV. Tears fell from my eyes, but then I wiped that and suddenly someone hugged me from behind and I flinched and then I saw Myra and I got relief and I turned and said, oh, you scared me, I said. Okay, now I'm ready. Just do my makeup and some touch-up as you're a pro in it, she said, and I nodded with smiled. I made her sit in the chair and started doing her touch-up and makeup. Meanwhile, at downstairs, everything is ready and the arrangements got over and the guests are coming one by one. Okay. Thai POV. I came to James' wedding. He is such a playboy type boy, so that's why he's doing marriage in so late and he didn't like any girl. But thankfully he got agreed. Okay, wait, so Miku is at the wedding of Kai and Myra, and Taeyoung is at a different wedding of James and who knows who. So there's 2 weddings happening simultaneously. That makes weddings number 3 and 4 happening in this fan fiction. That's an average of 1 wedding per chapter and a half, I'd say. I just want to know, like, this author, you know that other things happen in people's lives, right? Like, there's other things. It's not just weddings. Let's just keep reading, okay? Bro, you're so stunning in this coat, he said. Hey, you're the groom, not me, and you're looking so cool, I said. Oh, so cool, right? He said, and I nodded with a smile. Tai, why didn't you bring Gio and Miku, he said. Mika went to her best friend's house and she doesn't like public spaces, so I said, okay, I will meet them after my wedding, James said, smiling. Sure, now let's go to the cars ready and your dad is waiting for you too, I said, and he nodded and we left. Miku POV. Done, I said, and she said while whipping her sweat. Okay, she said, then suddenly Mrs. Choi entered inside. Oh my goodness, you're looking too beautiful, my princess, she said while cupping her cheeks. Thanks, Mum, she said, smiling lightly. Okay, let's go to another room. That's big, and the others are also there, okay? Mrs. Choi said, and she nodded. Okay, you go, I will come after changing, I said, and then she came to me and whispered, I will come to this room for washroom, so call Kai that I'm ready, and he will come in this room, okay? She said, and I nodded. And then she left, and I locked the door and dialed Kai's number. Wait, so... Is she not marrying Kai? I thought she was, but why is Kai, like, sneaking to this room? Okay. On the phone. Kai, yes. Miku, Myra's all ready, so come at her room, and she will come in 10 minutes, okay? Kai, okay. He will come in 10 minutes until I take bath and got ready too. I entered inside the bathroom, and then after some time, I came in my beautiful dress, and I did my hair, and then suddenly someone knocked on the window, and I understood, and then I opened the window, and Kai came inside. Okay, so Kai came through the window of this room for this wedding. Why didn't he just come in the entrance? I have a feeling this is not his wedding. So maybe they needed Miku's help because they needed help, like, with Myra running away from her wedding? Okay, anyways. Oh, why you took that much time, he asked. I just getting ready, I said. Okay, now go and check on Myra and tell her to come, okay? He said, okay, and then I left the room and went to the other room where Myra is present. I entered and she looked at me and then called me and I quickly went to her and said, he is there. I said, Mom, I need to use the restroom. She said, if she was British, she would have said, Mom, I need to use the toilet. She said, okay, Miku, go with her to her room, Mrs. Choi said. Okay, I said, and take her to the washroom. Thai POV. We arrived at the bride house and everyone is waiting for the bride. Ty, can you do me one favor? James said. What? I said, can you give this letter to Myra? He said, wait. So James was supposed to marry Myra, but Myra's running off with Kai. Okay, this is a lot of drama for just like B-plot characters, you know? But whatever, okay. Me? How? No, I can't, I rejected. You have to, please, James pleaded. Okay, James, I said, and went to bride room. I'll pick up the letter. Miku POV. We went to Myra room and Myra saw Kai and she hugged him and he kissed her and then Kai said, you're looking so beautiful, he said. Thanks, she said, smiling. Yay, over romance then go, otherwise they will caught us, I said, yelling. Okay, they said. Then Kai and Myra both got down by a rope while I was watching them. Suddenly a knock came on door. I got startled and closed the window and took steps towards the door and opened it and I got shocked to see in front of view. So they left via window to go escape their wedding. Why did she get all done up in the dress? Like, wouldn't it have been easier to just like have Kai show up while she was still getting ready to get married before she was in like a big puffy gown and then sneak out the window? Am I getting too caught up in the details of this? Thai POV. I knocked on the door and suddenly the door opened and my eyes got widened to see the person in front of me. You, we both said. Ty, what are you doing here? She said. Miku, don't tell me you're the bride? He said. Shut up, are you such a fool? I'm not the bride, she said in anger. Oh, but you're in the bride's room, he yelled. Because it's my best friend's wedding, she said. Oh, that means my best friend is getting married to your best friend, he said. Your best friend? I asked. Yes, James, he said. What? But she run away, she said, making me shocked. What? Run away how? How can she? He yelled. Because she loves someone else, Miku said. And what about my friend? Taeyong yelled. I don't care. She already told him that she loves someone else. Still, he agreed for marriage, she said. You know what? Your best friend is same as you. Both just got run away with situation, he said, rolling eyes. She just got speechless as that hurt Miku so much, but suddenly Mrs. Choi and Mr. Choi came. Where is Myra, Miku? Ty, she run away. Mrs. Choi got shocked and stumbled on her feet, but Miku catched her and then she jerked Miku's hands that made her fall, but Ty grabbed her from falling. How could she do that? Mr. Choi shouted. Miku, tell me where she is. I know you're with her in this plan. You gave her this idea, right? Mrs. Choi said. Auntie, try to understand. She loves someone else, Miku said. Then Mrs. Choi looked at her with teary eyes. So what, huh? He is not good for her, she said. But she loves him, Miku said. Oh wait, why was I British there? Okay. But she loves him, Miku said in tears. Miku, tell us where she is, Mr. Choi said. She doesn't know that, Mr. Choi, Tai said. What's happening here? James came. Bro, listen, calm down, Tai said. How can I? She run away while ruining my reputation, huh? Now she have to pay for it. Mr. Choi, Mrs. Choi, she have to, James shouted. We got a really liberal use of exclamation points here. James, don't do anything wrong, Tai said. No, Tai, now she have to face consequences. I'll kill her, James said. Oh my god, James. Oh my god. You can't just kill her. Boys, find out about her, right now. Now her dead body will come to her house with her lover, he smirked. After leaving everyone shocked, suddenly Tai grabbed Miku's hands and dragged her outside. Let's go. Oh my god, that was really dramatic. Okay, well we have time to read another chapter. So let's continue. Let's go, Tai said, and he held Miku's wrist while dragging her out. And then they went outside in front of their car, and Tai opened the door for Miku and said, sit, he said, and Miku nodded and sit inside the car, and Tai closed the door and opened the door for himself and driving seat and sat inside and closed the door and both put on seatbelt and they left. Oh my god, you do not have to describe every single motion that involves with getting in the car. Like, I understand that you were probably taught show, don't tell, and that's great, but sometimes it's just okay to say they got in the car and drove away, okay? You don't have to say, she opened the door and she sat down and then they both strapped in. Like, it doesn't have to be that descriptive. You're wasting words, you're wasting time. Okay, rant over. Miku POV. I have no regrets of doing this, and why should I? She loves someone else, then why will she marry him? But what if he killed Myra and Kai? No, I have to stop him. But how? Tai. He is his BFF. I think I can solve this, but now he is too angry on me. But if I talk, then hope he'll respond. Tai, can you talk with James and stop him? She said, looking at his side face while his full-on focus driving with serious face. And why? Why would I do that? He said without looking at her. 'Cause she's my best friend, she shouted, but he immediately stopped the car and turned to her and then came closer to her. And the one she betrayed is my best friend, he yelled, making her flinch. She didn't betray him. She doesn't love him, Miku said. Listen, Miku, I don't want to talk about this right now, please, Tai said in cold voice and started driving. Please save her, Tai. If you love me, then please, she said. I did, but you didn't, he said while looking straight, but Miku looked down. If I didn't love you, then I'd never come into your life again, she said, and a tear escaped from her eyes. Taeyong gave her a glance and then returned to his actual and said, hope everything would be fine, but his voice cracked as he gonna cry anytime but controlled himself. She looked outside the window and didn't say anything. Then they reached and Miku opened the door and went inside, and Tai also got off from car and went inside. Miku went inside and about to go to her room, but Tai stopped her. Miku, he said in a normal tone as she turned and looked at him. Don't worry about your best friend. I'll talk to James, okay? He said, as she slightly smiled and turned to leave. Tai also left to his room. Okay. That paragraph could have been a lot shorter, but it's okay. Next day, at the breakfast table. Miku is keeping breakfast to the table as Tai served himself, and Miku also take her sit and is about to eat, but she asked Tai, did you talk with James? She said, and he looked at her and nodded. How's my best friend? She said, and Tai looked at her and said, she is fine, and also married. He said, and she looked down and said, I felt bad for James. She said as Tai looked at her and said, you should. James agreed for marriage after 5 years, he said, while eating. Really? She got shocked. He hummed, and Miku asked, what, any reason? No, he just don't want to, he said, and take his last bite of food. So is it surprising that he waited 5 years to get married? Like, I don't know, I feel like in America, I don't know if this is like a Korean thing or what, but in America it's pretty common to wait a while before you get married because, you know, it costs a lot of money to get a ring, it costs a lot of money to get married if you want to have a wedding. I feel like it's pretty normal to wait, and you want to be 100% sure that whoever you spend the rest of your life with is, you know, the person you want. Gio will come in the evening with mom and dad, so prepare good food, and I'll also come before them, okay? He said while wearing coat. Okay, I will, Miku said, and then Tai left. Miku POV. Thank God, at least he talked to me politely today. Okay, Miku, you know what? This man groomed you, alright? You can have higher standards for him at least. You know, the standard shouldn't be, oh, well, at least he talked to me politely today. The standard should be, he treated me with respect and as a human being. Come on, girl. Get up, Miku, and do all the work fast. You have to prepare dinner also. Tai POV in office. Her eye still says a lot of things to me that she suffered so much, but I don't know. Suddenly someone knocked on the cabin door as I said, come in. Oh wait, so he's back in the office, and remember, in this person's language, cabin and cubicle kind of translate the same. So someone knocked on the cubicle door, and I said, come in, I said, and the door opened, revealing a tall man who was wearing a black suit. As I saw his face, a smile form on my lips. Jungkook, he said. He smiled widely with his bunny teeth as he walked toward Tai. Of course Jungkook's here, you know. I love how all the male characters in this story are either Kai, dads, or BTS characters. It's great. How are you, Hyung? He said in soft voice, and Tai walked towards him and hugged him tightly, and as they broke hug, Tai said, I'm fine, Jungkook. Take a sit, Tai said. take a seat, and then Tai also taken a seat. You're here, but you're in Philippines for your concert, right? Tai said, wait. So does BTS canonically exist in this world? Then what are Tai and Suga doing working in like office jobs? Like, is this like post BTS and Jungkook has like a soloist career? But I thought Tai was gonna be like a super CEO. So is this just a world where BTS has like fewer members or something? Okay, whatever. Yes, I was, but now it's over, so I thought I'd meet you, and I also heard about your marriage, Jungkook said. Oh yeah, I got married because of Jio. You know, after Sia left me and... So Sia died. She didn't leave you, okay? After Sia left me and her, I totally broke in, but I can't do unfair to Jio, so I married again, he said. Okay, but let me meet my sister-in-law, he said. Why not? Taeyang said, smiling. But what about you? You have a girlfriend or not? Tai asked. Not yet. Right now, armies are my girlfriend, and we are happy in our delusional world, he said, smiling. That's beautiful. Sure, but what if Jin Hyung find out about this? Should I tell him? Taeyang said while teasing JK. Hyung, don't you dare. You know he'll come with pink slipper and also beat me like there's no tomorrow and leave me. What about my girlfriends? I can't see them hurt, he said dramatically, and Tai laughed at him. Okay, but where are you staying? Tai asked. At a hotel, but why? He replied. What? But why? You'll stay with us, Tai asked. No, Hyung. Tai cut him off and said, no, but, he said. Okay, as you wish, Jungkook said. Wow, he was pretty easy to convince. Okay. Miku POV. The time is already 8 o'clock, and dinner is all ready, and I'm also ready, and I'm waiting for everyone. Suddenly someone rang the bell, and I understood and went to open the door with happy face. As I opened the door, I saw Tai with a tall and handsome guy. Hello, sister-in-law, he said, smiling. Hello, she waited for his reply. I'm Jungkook, Taeyong's friend, he said. Oh, hello, Jungkook, nice to meet you, she said. Okay, Jungkook, come in, Tai said, and he come in, and then Miku closed the door. Miku, I'm going to shower. You till Jungkook talk with each other. Okay, that was a weird sentence, he said, and left upstairs to his room. You're beautiful, Miku, he said. No, Jungkook, damn it, no. So, you bring your boy over to your house, and then the second you go upstairs, he starts hitting on your wife. Jungkook, that is so toxic, okay? Absolutely not. Thanks, Miku smiled. She's just okay with this. You're also handsome, but have I seen you somewhere? She said, remembering. I'm Jungkook, John Jungkook, the golden maknae of BTS group, he said. Yeah, Jungkook, right? I really love BTS song, but your voice is golden voice, she said. Thank you, he said, blushing. Then Tai came after some times and saw Miku and Taeyang laughing together as he noticed his smile that is so beautiful, which he saw after 5 years. Miku, Mom and Dad and Jio are not coming, he said. Miku looked at him while her smile faded. Why? She asked. Because Jio wants to stay there. She made many friends, so she'll come next week, he said. Okay, then why don't you guys went on honeymoon, Jungkook said, making both of them nervous and shocked. I'm gonna serve dinner. Come fast, both of you, she said and left. Miku just ended that line of conversation. Good job. Jungkook saw tension between them as he asked, What happened, Hyung? Is there something wrong in your relationship, he asked. Jungkook, I told you that a girl left me whom I love so much. She is that girl, Miku. What? But you're lucky as she is with you, Jungkook said. No, cause she left me, Tai said. Hyung, I don't know anything, but I think that she has never betrayed her lover. Surely there be any reason for her to do that, he said, and left to the dining table. Tai POV. Reason, but what? He also left the dining table and sat with them, and then Jungkook complimented Miku. Miku, it's so delicious, he said, smiling. Thanks, Bunny, she said. Bunny, I love it, he said, chuckling. Okay, listen, okay? My partner is not possessive or jealous, and he doesn't mind that I have friendships with men in my real life. But if I were to give a male friend the nickname Bunny, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of too flirtatious. Like, I feel like that's kind of crossing the line. And that's just like our boundary in our relationship. Maybe it's okay for Taeyang and Miku, but I don't know. Anyways, she also chuckled, but someone watching them from insecurities. Miku, pass me the curry, he said. And Miku passed him, and then Miku started eating. After doing dinner, Miku is going to wash the dishes, but Jungkook stops her. Miku, you do this all alone? He asked. Yeah, but what do you mean alone? She asked. I mean, what about Tai? Hyung, you'll not help her? She said, I'm working, Jungkook, can't you see? He said, okay, no problem. I'll help you, Miku. Let's go, he said. As soon as Tai heard that, he put the laptop aside and run to Miku and grabbed the dishes from her hand. I'm not that busy, he smiled awkwardly. Jungkook looked at him with frowned eyebrows while Miku was still shocked. You're really not that much busy? Jungkook asked again. No, I'm not. Miku, let me help you, he said. It's okay, Tai, I will do it, she said. No, I'm a pro in that, Miku, see? He said and started washing dishes. Jungkook smirked and said, Miku, I think Taehyung is pro champion in washing dishes. Let's go. We watched the movie, he said while winking at Miku as Miku smirked. Let's go, buddy, she said, and they both left, leaving Taehyung in trauma. So, this is a very unexpected turn. So Jungkook just shows up to their house and just starts like fucking with their relationship. And honestly, given the context in which their relationship exists and everything that's happened so far, I am very supportive of him. You know, he seems like a better suited partner for Miku. So, go Jungkook, but also not a very good friend if he's just doing that in front of his friend. Like, I don't know, that's kind of savage. But anyways, Tai POV. That muscle bunny. I thought that I will help Miku in washing dishes, but he took chance and went to watch a movie with my wife, leaving me here. After I'd done dishes, I went to hall and saw Jungkook watching movie and Miku, both of them sitting in couch being clingy with each other while eating popcorn. As I walked toward them and they noticed me, Jungkook said, Hyung, you're done, he asked. He hummed. Miku, will you go shopping with me, Jungkook asked. Okay, I will, she said, smiling. Tai felt a wave of jealousy inside him, but he controlled it. Oh my god, that was so dramatic. Anyways, that is all the time we have for today. I've been yapping for like half an hour now, so my voice is starting to get sore. So I'm gonna stop here, but I will see you guys on Saturday with the next episode of the Cringe Corner. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much.